Hello, the game has started and it's me to go first against the bot. What have we got here? Maybe just Fig. I have Idiot and yeah, I think Fig looks okay. Decent. Maybe Figo 16. Batgirl. Wow, that was nice. What have I got here? Terratoid through the R. Iodation, not quite. Antidote, no N or no E. Now, what about the blank as an S? Batgirls. Not seeing it with an S. Statoid, no. Okay. Okay, I'll go with Terratoid. Usured, okay, opponent scores well. Coho is good. What about hanging on to the J? That's 28 points. J-O, pretty good rack leave. Or maybe I just play Joe here and suffer the 2 O's for next rack. Okay. It looks alright. I've got Hoy, but that's where the story ends. Now Riz takes a G, no GT words. There are FT words, but no F. So what about Chog and Gag? That seems to sort the rack out to some extent. 26 points. Pandur. That should work. Opponent plays double E. I've got the X, which is nice to see. Always holds out the promise of a good score. Explained through PL. That's not going to happen. Nothing for going above the P. I do have a DR play, so drain, for example. Or do I play something like maybe Dean? Dean for 23. Or drain 27. I think I'll go with this. 27. Okay. Now I've got X in the bottom right hand corner, and I've got, I don't have much. I have XED and EX there. 25, terrible rack leave. What to do? EX feels a bit weak, it must be said, but I guess on a tight board, 29 points is still decent. Believe. Not quite believe. Now opponents close down the FT play. Viable. A viable option. Enviable through an N. That's not going to happen. Viable 30. Not a bad score. Yeah, I hope I'm not missing a 7 with this rack, but it looks... Yeah. Viable. EO signs is good, but there is a spot for it. Gauges. Is there a bingo through the V? N solves. I don't know about that. Elevons. No, I've got 2 S's, and the V is a very specific placement. What about oneness? That'll score better because it'll pluralize both gauge and toes. Oneness for 73. Okay. Got some scoring tiles, but look at this board. Not exactly... well, it does kind of suit me in a way. What can I play here? Moi. I've got the Q, which I might well be swallowing this game, but I think I might have enough of a lead to outrun opponent, unless he bingos shortly. Do I play... I mean, I could play Walk. Do I play Walk and give my opponent... No, I don't do that. I don't think I do. I'm just going to play AW here. Now I've got Cat and Whack onto an F, but no F available. Qualm doesn't fit. So I'll go with... I have Talak on the rack as well, but it's such a tight board. Okay, Quat it is. Spire, a nice front hook for Pyre. Now I've got La and La, but I'd prefer to get rid of M and W if possible. Joel is good, and AL. I might do this. That's a 20-point play. What is La? That's 18. Moni is good. So is Coney. I should stop my opponent from using this spot. Yeah, I'll play Moni. Ah, he had an outplay, Ictic. I didn't spot that. So that was a bit silly. I should have just gone with AL. Anyway, 456 to 384. Let's see what we missed. Figo was best from the opening rack. Then Batgirl came down and Traditor. Okay, that's a tricky one to spot. I have seen it before, but Datolite, Stradiot. I always think of that word as a mixture between strange and idiot. He's a Stradiot. Now, Teratoid was the one I played, but look at the difference in the score. Traditor at M6. Yeah, because it gets doubled, and the D doubled as well. Traditor. It's like traitor with a D slotted in the middle there. Traditor. Okay. Anyway, Usured comes down for 32, and then Joe was best for 37 from this position. Riz for 44. Now Chog was best from this rack. Opponent plays Knurr, which gives me Pandur. It did not play otherwise, so that was a bit fortunate. And then double E to balance the rack for opponent. And Zanek for 30, or Zenek. Aksanek also good onto the C, but opening the trip lane. Drain kept the board much tighter and took out a pretty handy scoring spot, because a lot of 5s and 6s would start with a decent scoring tile, like a B or a W, yeah, or a P. So glad to have taken that spot out and scored fairly well with it. Now, opponent getting closer to bingo territory, doesn't have one. Zebak for 32 onto the C. That's not a bad play. A little bit vowel heavy, but look how many vowels were left compared to consonants, so that would have made sense. EX still a decent play in terms of keeping the board tight. Now, Vig for 16 was opponents, and Viable or Ab N9. Job and Tar. That would have been a nice score, keeping it very tight. But Viable was fine too. It also kind of took out a useful lane for bingos ending in A something or A something something. And then opponent's got Firepan and Pan Fry. No, there is an anagram of that. Can't think of it. Fanned for 28. And then I had oneness, onesies, noises, Joneses. There were quite a few. Actually, Joneses might have been quite nice, because the J wouldn't be of much use to opponent. So oneness came down. Then no bingo, but Pyre for 35, still 100 behind, and a very tight board. So I thought, where was Wall? That's nice. Aloneness. That's quite clever, but it does open an easy scoring spot for the Q. So I don't like that one. Kept it tight with Moy, and now opponent Tex or Inviable. He goes with Tex and Malwa for 22, or Wawa for 22 at N1 and N2 respectively. I don't like the leaving the floaters, quite bingo-y tiles. So I kept it tight, and then Unviable comes down, which gives me the Q play. That was a bit fortunate, but I think even if I swallowed the Q at that stage, I wouldn't have lost the game. Opponent's got 3 eyes to get rid of. He goes with Sin. That's quite a nice play. You don't see that word every day. And Spire I thought was good as well. It's nice. Good front hook for Pyre. Now Wame for 20 at N2. Oh, of course, yeah. And that wouldn't have given much back to opponent because he's only got eyes as far as vowels go. So Wame was the play there. And I didn't see Ictic either. I just wanted to block opponent's C play and perhaps, stick him with the C. But he had CH anyway. So Ictic comes down, and that's the end of the game. So, an interesting one, all located pretty much in the bottom half and bottom right-hand corner. Sometimes these tight games are pretty interesting to practice playing on because it's a different style of play, of course, to an open board. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.